Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Inna alhamdulillahi nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulil kareem. Amma ba'd. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. All praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator of the universe, and peace and blessing of Allah be upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam and all those who follow his path. Ameen thumma ameen. My brothers and sisters, let's pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah give us peace and blessing in this month of Muharram. Today it was a first day of month of Muharram, and now we are in the century of one, that is 1st of Muharram 1441. That's the Islamic date. Remember this. It is first day of Muharram, which is the first month. It is 111441, which means first of Muharram 1441 Hijri. So that's our day, which is, mashallah, we are starting, and it's a blessing day, mashallah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the opportunity to start this, mashallah, on Saturday, which is normally every Saturday we do, but it is a really coincidence that this is the beginning of the Islamic year, and we are, mashallah, doing this show. This is a live Q&A show where I will be only talking about Muharram, but inshallah this is, the number is given on the screen, and you can text me or you can call me, or you have a chat box on the left. You can write your question and you can discuss with me about any issue that you want to discuss, inshallah. And because this is a general channel and it's not specified only to the Muslims, mashallah, I'm inviting my Christian brothers, my Christian sisters, and the non-Muslim brothers and sisters who are genuine people and they are serious about their own religion and they still want to know about other religion and the seriousness about our religion, Islam. Inshallah, I'm here to discuss that issues with them as well. But also at the same time, my brothers and sisters, there are some people who are, mentally they are ill. May Allah give them complete cure and remedy. They will definitely try to pop up into this channel and they will ask questions which are not actually a genuine person or some man with sound mind will ever ask that question. So alhamdulillah, my brothers and sisters, this show is started now, and you have on the description, you can see, mashallah, that the question answers, the timetable is given, international timetable, like today, now it is 8:05 or 8:06 p.m. of UK timing. Internationally, you can see the timing from, China, India, Pakistan, and Arab worlds, and any part of the world, Canada, America. You can see those timings there. And inshallah, if you have brothers and sisters in all around the world or friends, you can send them this text when you see on your screen, and you can forward them. Inshallah, it won't take any big effort for you, and within few minutes, inshallah, the message will go across and they will be able to join us and they will learn more about our deen, and we can share. It's not only learning, it can also be shared. Like many brothers and sisters, they do ask the questions and they know the answers, but they are sharing these questions so that if I give the answer, it can be known to many other people who didn't know the answer, like that. So alhamdulillah, my brothers and sisters, on the screen you can see the number. It is given there, and there are two numbers are given to you. One is the international code, which is 0044 7593 2293 80, and locally it is 07593229380, or you can write your question on the chat box and you can put your question in Urdu or English or Arabic. I know some brothers and sisters might be still praying And because here in UK it is or the time of Maghrib, we have already done the Maghrib, so those brothers and sisters, I think those who have not joined yet, they will join. So let's understand about this significance of this month. I've already given the khutbah, inshallah. Soon I will send you the link on the chat box. You can listen to that khutbah, which it will give you the importance of this month. First of all, this month is very important for us because Prophet Muhammad SAW, he migrated from Mecca to Medina in this month. And the first day when he stepped in Medina, after 13 years of preaching in Mecca, and he was forced to, migrate from Mecca to Medina. So because of that reason, Rasulullah SAW, when he reached Medina, it was the first day of Muharram. And it was 1440 years ago. 1440 years ago, Prophet Muhammad SAW stepped on the face of Medina. So this is why it is so important for us. When people, they migrate from their homeland to another land, there has to be serious reason. And the serious reason was that Rasulullah was restricted by Allah not to fight them back, not to reply them. So what he did is that instead of fighting the non-Muslims at that time and killing them or fighting them or confronting them, he preferred to, leave Makkah and get settled down in Medina and give the dawah. So now you can, if you want to know more and complete details of this month and importance of this, you can see the link I have already texted on my chat box. You can click on that, and inshallah after the show you can listen to that as well. And forward it, share it with the people. Inshallah you will be rewarded because today is the first of Muharram. And also, if you listen to that, you know why this month is so important for us. Not only because Prophet Muhammad migrated from Mecca to Medina, but it is so important to us because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala 1440 years ago, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed the surah which is called Surah At-Tawbah, chapter 9. And that in that verse 36 is mentioning about this month. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In chapter 9, Surah At-Tawbah, verse 36, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, إن عدة الشهور عند الله 12 شهرا في كتاب الله يوم خلق السماوات والأرض منها 4 حرم فلا تظلموا فيهن أنفسكم. So this is a very important verse of the Quran. It says that فلا تظلموا فيهن أنفسكم, that this is the month. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala divided the month into 12 months, the time, the year. Allah is saying that inna iddat ash-shuhuri 'inda Allahi 12 shahran fi kitabillahi yawma khalaqa as-samawati wal ard. The counting of the months in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are 12. The day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the earth and the heaven. So from the day when Allah created, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Faiz bhai. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He created the earth and the heaven, He divided the period into 12 months. And then from that day onwards, He said that 4 months are respected months, honored months, sacred months, which you have to, respect yourself so that others also will respect you. And you should be, the most important thing is that when a person is doing haram, when he's committing sin, he's doing zulm on himself. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, فَلَا تَظْلِمُوا فِيهِنَّ أَنفُسَكُمْ. Especially in these 4 months, you should not do zulm on yourself, which means do not commit sin. If you commit sin in these months, then definitely the way you do good deeds in this month will be rewarded more than if you do the same deed in other months. Similarly, when you do the sin in this month, you will be punished in a serious manner than the same sin is committed in other months. So we have to be careful with this. So alhamdulillah, this is a command of Allah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that we have to be respectful, and we should avoid as much as possible to the best of our ability not to commit sin in this month. And see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not saying don't commit sin. Allah is saying don't do zulm on yourself. Because when you are doing zulm on yourself, then definitely others also will do zulm on yourself. So if you avoid doing zulm on yourself, then definitely all will. If you show mercy to yourself by not committing sin, then you will get all the rewards from others and also from mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is one point over here. Second point, after reading this ayah, everybody, a Muslim will definitely will think, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning 12 months? And why 4 months? So important. And what are these 4 months? So definitely you don't have to look what Abdul Majid is saying, what X Imam is saying, or that Imam is saying. As a Muslim, you should go to, to understand the Quran, you have to go back to the tafsir of the Quran. Tafsir of the Quran, which means the ahadith. And Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has said in Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, different books of ahadith, that he said, he gave the khutbah and he said that the time when Allah created the earth and the heaven for the first time, now today that whole circulation has been completed, and now the time has started from the scratch now. Again, so it's a new time has started. And then he said to the Sahaba that Allah has divided the whole time into 12 months, and out of them are 4 sacred months, and 3 of them are in one row, and then the next one is between Jamad al-Thani and Sha'ban. So that these months are mentioned by name in the ahadith. And my brothers and sisters, now mashallah, schools are still closed, and you have children with you, you have your brothers and sisters with you. So educate yourself and think, today mashallah, if it was 1st January, imagine what you would be doing, because it's a national day, international day where people will be celebrating 1st January, and you will be celebrating, your wife will be celebrating, your husband will be celebrating it, your children will be, and every Muslim, even Muslims who are doesn't know anything of the religion, those type of Muslims also will celebrate the first day of the year. So this is the first day of our year, which is Islamic year for the Muslim. And that we have to share. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sheikh, tips on memorizing the Quran. Tips on memorizing the Quran is, first you have to read the Quran in Arabic, then you have to understand the Quran in Arabic, then you have to accept it in your heart in the meaning of the Quran, then the 4th you have to apply it in your life, and then 5th you have to convey it to others. And when you are conveying to others, it becomes very easy for you to convey to others if you have memorized it, because that bring a big impact on you when you are quoting the Quranic verses, because you have already memorized it. Memorization of the Quran is not fard. Memorizing of the Quran is not fard, but the first 5 things which I said, they are fard. Every Muslim must know how to read the Quran. Yes, because the first command came is Iqra. Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. I'll come back to these points, but let me finish the first point, that what are those 4 months mentioned in the ahadith, which Allah SWT has spoken in this. First he said, Dhul Qa'dah, Zul Hijjah, the month Zul Qa'dah, Zul Hijjah, which was a month before yesterday, was the month of Hajj. And the 3rd month is Muharram, which we are now today, alhamdulillah. And the 4th is Rajab, which is after Jamad al-Thani, you have Rajab, and then after Rajab you have got Sha'ban, and after Sha'ban you start with Ramadan. So Rajab is the 4th month. Zul Qa'dah, Zul Hijjah, Muharram, and Rajab. So Rasulullah has mentioned those names. Now why they are sacred? Because I told you that even during the time of Rasulullah, the Arabs used to fight with each other, maybe 12 months in a year. But these 4 months, they used to have a respect for each other. They do not, harm anybody. They do not torture anybody. So they used to take a break for this because of the respect that they have. It is known in their Sharia as well. But since we are Muslims, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned this is in our Sharia. So we have to remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when Allah speaks about this, so it carries a serious, information, and we have to be serious about it. Okay, coming back to this question now. The tips of memorizing the Quran. First of all, my brothers and sisters, memorizing of the Quran is not fard. This is first thing. What is fard is that, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. What is fard? The fard is every Muslim must know how to read the Quran. And for your information, inshallah, I'm going to send you the link now. There are 6 lessons where it will teach you how to read the Quran to your basic level. You don't have to be Allama and Hafiz and Qari to learn that. So those 6 lessons, inshallah, you can learn, so you will learn how to read the Quran. Then second thing is that you will learn how to, you have to understand the meaning of the Quran, what you are learning. That means you should understand Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. What does that mean? So, understanding of the Quran, the second tip. The third tip is that you have to, after you have understood it, you have to accept it in your heart. Because Arabs used to read Quran, even non-Muslim Arabs at the time of Rasulullah, they used to read Quran. They used to understand the Quran. They also used to hide those meanings and message of Allah in their hearts. The fourth thing was the difference between Muslims and non-Muslims of that time. The Muslims, mashallah, they also were practicing the Quran, subhanallah. They were practicing. After accepting in the heart, they were practicing. And the fifth point is that they were conveying this message to others. So when you teach others, definitely Rasulullah has said, خَيْرُكُمْ مَنْ تَعَلَّمَ الْقُرْآنَ وَعَلَّمَهُ, that the best amongst you are those who learn the Quran and who teaches the Quran. So when you're teaching the Quran to somebody with understanding and you're explaining it because you have already understood it, and when you quote them from your mind, from your heart, mashallah, because you have memorized it, that brings a more, like we in Urdu we say, sone pe sohaga. Mashallah, it brings barakah in that. Okay, so these are the trip, and you can go after that, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Subhanallah, your preaching is easy to understand and quite helpful in gaining Islamic knowledge. Jazakallah khairan for everything. Jazakallah khairan to you as well. Alhamdulillah, barakallah fiqh. So the link is already given there, my brothers and sisters. This is the easy way for moving forward for doing the hifz. First you should learn how to read the Quran properly. So the link is there. 6 lessons and you will be good at reading the Quran, inshallah. 10 मुहर्रम का एक रोज़ा रख सकते हैं या 9 मुहर्रम का रोज़ा 7 लाजमी है? लाजमी दोनों नहीं है, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, ना 9 रखने का लाजमी है ना 10 रखने का लाजमी है, क्योंकि ये फ़र्ज़ अभी नहीं है. ये फ़र्ज़ था जब रमज़ान के रोज़े फ़र्ज़ नहीं हुए थे. लेकिन अगर आप रखना चाहते हैं तो आप 9 भी रख सकते हैं, 10 भी रख सकते हैं साथ साथ. लेकिन क्योंकि नबी पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने एक ही रखा था, उसके बाद आपके दूसरे साल वफ़ात हो गई, तो एक ही सुन्नत है. और आपने ये सुन्नत एक ख्वाहिश ज़ाहिर की थी कि अगर अगले साल अल्लाह ने मुझे ज़िंदगी दी तो मैं जो हूँ उसको या तो 9 के साथ 10 को मिला लूँगा या 10 के साथ 11 को मिला लूँगा. ये मुस्नद अहमद की रिवायत में है. So the brother has asked the question, brother Faiz has asked the question here. He said that do we have to combine? Have to. The word is lazmi, which means in English it becomes have to. Do we have to, join 10 and 9 together for fasting in this 9th of Muharram and 10th of Muharram, or we can just fast one day, which is 10th of Muharram? So I said to him, none of them you have to. You don't have to fast 9th, you don't have to fast 10th, because it is a voluntary fast, it is sunnah, and it was fard, it was obligatory, it was meant people to have to fast. That was before the Ramadan fasting came into existence, into implementation. So when Allah made the Ramadan fasting fard, then all the other fasting became voluntary or like non-obligatory fasting. So I answered him that if you want to fast the 10th, you can combine it with the 9th, or you can combine with the 11th, or you can just fast one Why to fast only one? And that's permissible because Prophet ﷺ lived all his life in Medina for 10 years and he fasted only one day of Ashura. The last year of his life, when he was told that it is like a becoming similarity between or coping or imitating, like the Jews also used to fast the 10th day of Ashura, so we should be doing something different. So Rasulullah said, okay, if Allah gives me life, inshallah next year, then definitely I will fast, I will combine 9 with 10 or 10 and 11. So this is how he wished, but he didn't live for the next year. So what is the confirmed sunnah is to fast one day. Alhamdulillah. So my brothers and sisters, Jazakumullah khair for your calling, mashallah, and for your good compliments. Every time, inshallah, next Sunday, Saturday, I will be on TV, mashallah, YouTube channel. This is our YouTube TV channel, we can say, or live Q&A. You can see that, mashallah, live, it is mentioned on the board. So you can use the telephone line and you can text me or you can call me or you can use the chat box and you can use it, inshallah, for your question answers. And also forward it, my brothers and sisters, to all your link. Mashallah, throughout the day, you might be sending thousands of messages which are not that much important compared to learning the deen or sharing the deen. Because when you are sitting and sharing the religious gathering, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends His angels, Allah sends tranquility, Allah sends mercy, and Allah mentions this gathering in the gathering of the angels, that Allah is saying, be witness that my servants are discussing about me. So you will get the equal reward for that. Okay. Salam Sheikh, at the time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was there many types of ways of reading the Quran like there is today, like Hafs and others? Yes, definitely, because Arabs who were living in different parts of the world at that time around Rasulullah, they had different accents and they had different, pronunciation as well. And so based on that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most common was revealed according to the accent of the Quraysh, because Quraysh was like the center of Arab world. Quraysh, Mecca was the center of the Arab world. So they used to have annual competition, literature, writing of Arabic poetries, Arabic articles, Arabic, letters, or so many things. So every year they used to have a competition in Mecca, and the winner used to get the certificate which was written with the gold, pure gold, that this person is the winner. So that way, the actual Arabic which we normally bring, the famous qiraat which is Hafs. Yes, Hafs is also, Hafs is the main one, and qiraat of Hafs. Hafs is the Rawi, the narrator, who was known for his recitation. Alhamdulillah. So there are different qiraat. Warsh is there, Qalun is there, and there are. So the most common and most famous is Hafs and Warsh. Sheikh, Jazakallah khair, your explanation is very clear. Yes, Barakallah fiqh, alhamdulillah. Actually, I'm not a complicated Maulvi Sahib, alhamdulillah. I'm a straightforward person. I want people, brothers and sisters, to understand the religion as Allah made the religion easy for me. Because Quran has promised us, Allah has promised us in the Quran, وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ, in Surah Al-Qamar, chapter called the Moon. In that, Allah has repeated this verse 4 times. It's unfortunately we don't like to take that, but Allah has promised us that I have made the Quran, learning of Quran, understanding of Quran, reading of Quran, applying the Quran in the life easy for those who really wants it, who are there. Do you really want to learn it? A benefit from the Quran. So Allah has said that. So alhamdulillah, Allah made religion very easy. I came from like a street background when I came to Islam. But when I learned Islam, it became so easy for me. So it's easy for me even to tell the brothers and sisters. You might be seeing, mashallah, listening to many great scholars and, scholars who have got millions of followers. Yes, definitely their English level also will be very high. The vocabulary will be very high. But I don't like to speak those kind of vocabularies, and I want to be as simple as possible because this is the sunnah of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He used to be, used to say few words and it would mean a big thing. And sometimes when it becomes, difficult for the people to understand, he would still repeat them 3 times so that the people can understand. So that's the easiest way. And he said to the Sahaba, Yassiru wala tu'assiru, that make the religion easy for the people, don't make it hard for them. Okay, if someone is late for Zohar Jamaat, the Imam is praying the second rakat and is in ruku, then how to join and complete the prayer with Imam? Sheikh, how can you get away from evil thoughts? Okay, I'll come back to the second question. First, let us see, when you are joining in the namaz, so you have to see that you don't have to be worried about what Imam is doing. All you have to do is how you are joining the namaz. So common sense says that when you are starting, you have to start from your namaz. So your namaz starts from first rakat. So when you join the Imam, you should not wait for Imam to come to the standing position and join. No, Rasulullah has said, when you find Imam in any position, join him. So that means when you found the Imam in the ruku, you have to say Allahu Akbar, fold your hands, and then Allahu Akbar, join him in the ruku. When you join him in the ruku, this is your first rakat. It does not matter what rakat the Imam is praying. It is your first rakat because you started your namaz, he started his namaz. So your namaz starts with the first rakat. It's not common sense. You can't say that because it is Imam's third rakat, so I also join him with the third rakat. What about the first 2 rakat? It's common sense. You have to start your namaz. So when you start your namaz starts with first rakat. So when you are in the ruku, you have completed this rakat. MashaAllah, you got this first rakat. So that is your first rakat, though Imam's is the second rakat. So after Imam's finishes his 4 rakat, if he is praying Zohar as you said, then you still have to make 1 because your first rakat with the Imam was 1 and his was second. Your second, his was third. Yours third, his was fourth. So when he finishes fourth, you have to go and complete your fourth. So that's how you finish your prayer. Sheikh, how can I get away from evil thoughts? Change the environment. Change the environment. Change your, the materials that you watch. Change the materials that you read. Change the materials that you are, going across and seeing things. So that way, change your mind. Divert your mind. Even if you don't like to study like any religious thing or you don't have the access to that, then do some other things. Go to the documentaries which speaks about the nature. Go to the documentaries. So change your mind and, divert your mind to the things which are unevil. Then inshallah automatically your thoughts will change because whatever the things you are doing around you, that put the impacts on your mind, in your brain, your thinking. So when you are alone, even in your salah, those evil thoughts will come. So avoid the evil things surrounding you, and then inshallah you will see that your mind will change. Like for example, I always used to pray, read Quran before starting my prayers. So even while I'm praying in the salah and I'm reading the Quran, the verses will appear in front of me. Even when I'm in the sajda, verses will come in front of my eyes if I have read it. So that's very clear because just immediately before starting the prayer, I was reading the Quran. So that keeps the impression on your brain. Okay, I have recently found out that some of the qiraat, ways of reading the Quran, have different words, not just accents. Is this true? A word can be different in the form of plural or singular, like the word fidyatu ta'amu miskin in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 185. It says fidyatu ta'amu miskin, verse 184. The ta'amu miskin, in other qiraat it is ta'amu masakin. When you want to give the fidya for not fasting, then it is for one fasting, 1 day that you miss, you feed one person for that purpose. So, and if you have got more than 1 day that you are missing, then you feed more people. So that's the only difference there. So that way, but it won't be saying in one word, in one ayah it will say you have to do this, and the other ayah it will say haram. No, you can't do that. So this kind of contradiction will not be there. It could be past tense, present tense, because sometimes the whole scenario will be one tense, but because of the sequence of the continuation of the sentences, that particular word in one qiraat can give you the meaning as if it is past tense. The second qiraat can give you the meaning as a continuation of past tense or present tense, like that. So alhamdulillah, it will never be when Allah speaks about one ayah about the male, that does not mean that in the other one verse, the same verse will be read in other qiraat as female. That is totally wrong. It's not female and gender differences. It's not like halal and haram differences, permissible and not permissible, like that. But the qiraat, but it can be a plural, or it can be, as I said, that the meaning will be very close to each other with the different words. That is possible, inshallah. Okay, no, that can't be true. The accent probably makes it sound like different word, right, Sheikh? Is it allowed to delay Maghrib until Isha and then combine both? Yes, alhamdulillah. I most of my time, because I have been dealing with the social problems with the people, the community services, so I find myself very convenient. And that too based on the hadith of Rasulullah in Sahih Muslim, that one of the occasions Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he combined Zohr and Asr together. Bismillah. Alhamdulillah. He combined Zohr and Asr together and Maghrib and Isha together. Zohr Asr one time and Maghrib Isha the other time on the same day. And Abdullah bin Abbas was asked by his students that was it because of the rain? Was it because of the war? Was it because of any genuine reason? He said no. The only reason is that Prophet ﷺ is saying that in future, if it is difficult for the Muslims to pray, then it is to make the religion easy and to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in an easy way. So alhamdulillah, I prefer that way, that if you are busy sometimes with the genuine work, okay, like I have to do family counselings, I have to deal with the ruqya, I have to deal with the divorces and marriages, I have to deal with so many, social problems with the people. They have so many problems. Plus I have a, mashallah, big family, 8 children, mashallah, 5 daughters, 3 sons, wife, and school, and all these kind of things. So I prefer that, alhamdulillah, instead of not praying at all, I combine Zohr and Asr together most of the time, and Maghrib and Isha together most of the time, alhamdulillah. Okay. See, you are saying about, no, it can't be true, the accent probably makes it. No, the accent also is different. Sometimes the formation of the word also becomes different. And sometimes the tafsir can have a different meaning as well. So, alhamdulillah, but as I said, it will not be halal and haram in one's two qiraat. That one qiraat says do this and the other qiraat says don't do that. In one qiraat Allah says about the man, the other qiraat Allah says about the woman. It will be not like that. In one qiraat Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying 2 people, and in the other qiraat Allah is saying no, that there are 2 men and it is here only 1 woman. Then nothing like that. So it has to be understood, like siyam and miskin and masakin. This is 2 words. One is 1 poor person, and the other qira says more than 1 poor people. So what does that mean? Is that contradiction? No, it is not, because most of the time people might be missing only 1 day due to any reason. So what he has to do, he has to just feed 1 person for that. If he can't fast, he can't make up. So and sometimes it has to be more. So that does not mean that 1 means 1 will cover all that. No, then he can feed more than 1 person if he has got more than 1 fast to make up. Okay. क्या हुक्का या सिगरेट पीने से वज़ू टूट जाता है? बिल्कुल मेरे हिसाब से टूट जाता है, क्योंकि मैं समझता हूँ हुक्का और सिगरेट दोनों हराम है. तो आप जानबूझ के हराम काम करेंगे रोज़ वज़ू की हालत में, तो मेरे हिसाब से तो ये टूट जाएगा। मैं तो समझता हूँ कि शर्म आनी चाहिए उन लोगों को भी, बल्कि नमाज भी कबूल नहीं होगी। मैं ये लिख के देता हूँ इंशाल्लाह। किसी भी मुफ्ती को फतवा चाहिए तो मैं लिख के दूंगा और उस फतवे का ज़िम्मेदार मैं हूँ। नमाज भी कबूल नहीं होगी जो आदमी सिगरेट और हुक्का पी के जो है नमाज पढ़ने चला जाएगा। क्यों? क्योंकि नबी पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम, आप कोई भी हदीस की किताब उठा के देख लें, बुखारी उठा के देख लें, सही मुस्लिम उठा के देख लें, और मुअतमद हदीसों की किताब उठा के देख लें, और खैबर के वाक़यों को देख लें जहाँ पे ग़ज़वा खैबर हुआ था। ग़ज़वा खैबर के मौके पर रसूल सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने, जब जंग हो रही थी तो ज़ाहिर है कि खाना पीना नहीं था उनके पास, जो कुछ भी था वो आलू प्याज सब्ज़ी ये वो सारी चीज़ें थी, और बाज़ दफ़ा उनके पास पकाने की सहूलतें भी नहीं थी, तो वो प्याज कच्ची खा के मस्जिद में आए। नमाज का वक्त हुआ खैबर के मौके पर, नबी पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने उनको लौटा दिया, कहा कि तुम में से कोई शख्स इस मस्जिद के करीब भी ना आए जिसके मुंह से जो है प्याज की बदबू आती है। तो हुक्का और सिगरेट तो वैसे ही वो अक्ले, ये तो अक्ले तय्यब है, प्याज वगैरह खाना तो हलाल है, तो ये तंबाकू वाली चीज़ें जो है हुक्का और ये सिगरेट, ये अक्ले खबीस है, और अक्ले खबीस को आदमी जो इस्तेमाल करके नमाज के लिए जाएगा तो नमाज भी उसकी कबूल नहीं होगी। तो जो लोग सिगरेट पीते हैं, मुझे पता है, मैंने देखा है दुबई के अंदर इतने बड़े बड़े जो है मौलवी हैं, मुफ्ती हैं, और वो लोग जो है ये तंबाकू वाली चीज़ें बड़े शौक़ और ज़ौक़ से पीते हैं, और ऐसा नहीं कि घर में पीते हैं, बाकायदा बाहर सड़कों के ऊपर पब्लिक के अंदर पीते हैं वो लोग। चले अल्लाह ताला उनको समझ दे। लेकिन जब आपने मुझसे पूछा तो मैं ये बता दूं, हुक्का सिगरेट से वजू ही नहीं टूटता बल्कि नमाज भी कबूल नहीं होगी। Okay, the brother Faiz has asked the question that people they use shisha and people they use cigarettes, and does that smoking or using the shisha will annul the wudu? I said yes, and also I'm giving this fatwa that it will also destroy the prayers because Allah will not accept. And I gave the reason that there are all the authentic hadith where the story speaks about the battle of Khaybar, where Rasulullah was in the gathering, and it was a time for the battle, and Muslims were blessed with the victory, and they didn't have food at that time, so they were only having some vegetables with them. Part of that vegetable they had onions to eat, and that was the only thing, and they didn't even have the facilities to cook them. So one of the group, they started eating onions, and they came without washing their mouth. They came to the masjid, and Rasulullah turned them away, and he strictly warned them that do not come to the masjid with this bad smell that is coming out of your mouth due to onion. Onion is halal food, but Rasulullah turned them away, which means Rasulullah should have shown mercy to them. Okay, first time maybe they didn't know, but he said, no, don't come to the masjid. Don't come even close to the masjid. So, and that's onion is a halal food. Cigarette and tobacco and shisha, these are not halal food. So if you are making wudu and you are thinking shisha and tobacco will, is permissible while your wudu will not affect it, I'll say your salah will not be accepted. So that's the reason, because it doesn't go, the smell won't go from your mouth. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Yeah, but Sheikh, how can people decide to change the words in the Quran even they have similar, because that is making changes, isn't it? No, I'm not saying that people are doing. This is the different qiraat taught by Rasulullah. This is the different qiraat taught by Rasulullah. That I'm saying. I'm not saying that today Sunni will have their own Quran and they have got their Arabic version. The Shia will have their own Quran and they will have their Arabic version. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the qiraat, and these qiraat which are confirmed and authentic and consensus of the ulama of tafsir, that these qiraat are confirmed qiraat and accepted qiraat in our religion. Those qiraat were actually taught by Rasulullah. So it's nobody else can change. Nobody can change the wordings of the Quran. Astaghfirullah. Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafidhun. In Surah Hijr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has confirmed this, that Allah is the one who is protecting the Quran, and Allah is the one who has revealed this Quran and He preserves it. So nobody can change it. And it's somebody, I have seen so many YouTubes. These people are those who are talking against Quran. They must be taking drugs at night, or they must be having, illusions and delusions in their mind, and then next morning they wake up and they talk about this Quran. They can't even relieve themselves properly in the toilet. They talk about errors in the Quran. So I know these people, but that is it is not possible for anybody to change the Quran. Even Muslims can't change. Even Muslim Arabs can't change. Alhamdulillah. Can normal water be mixed with Zamzam water and still be called Zamzam, having some qualities? Please answer in Urdu. Okay, first of all, you have to understand कि Zamzam के आप Zamzam को दूसरे पानी में मिला सकते हैं, तो भी फिर भी Zamzam पानी Zamzam ही रहेगा, क्योंकि Zamzam में एक खासियत है कि वो उस पानी को नॉर्मल पानी के अंदर असरात अपने डाल सकता है. पानी का असरात जो है जमजम के ऊपर, दूसरे नॉर्मल पानी के असरात उस पर नहीं पड़ सकेंगे. लेकिन आप जमजम के पानी में पानी दूसरा डालते जाएंगे तो डेफिनेटली जो असल जो जमजम है हो तो पता नहीं कहाँ चला गया फिर. ओके, द क्वेश्चन इज दैट कैन वी मिक्स जमजम वाटर with the normal water and can still be called as Zamzam water? I said yes. Only if you put Zamzam water to the normal water, then the effect of the Zamzam water will not be, harmed, will not be destroyed, will not have any negative impact, because it has got the, capacity to change the other normal water to, make it some similar to it. But if a person is using normal water and adding to the Zamzam, then after sometimes whatever has been consumed, then who knows where the Zamzam water is. So we can't say that way, other way around. You can add Zamzam to the normal water and still you'll have an impact of the Zamzam in it. But if you keep on adding normal water to Zamzam, then there at a time once it is consumed, then you don't know where the Zamzam is gone. Okay. Could the reason for different words being used in some places when Jibril alayhi salam, when revising the Quran, yearly be saying different words because they apply? My brothers and sisters, is it allowed to do wudu with Zamzam water? It is allowed to do wudu with Zamzam water. It is allowed to, do ghusl with Zamzam water. It is allowed to use the Zamzam water as normal, but it has got facilities. I'll send you the link now. Listen to my khutbah on the significance of Zamzam, inshallah, and you will know the answer. With regards to the qiraat, my brothers and sisters, why you people are, you have the right to ask the question, but this is not the place where we can discuss about this. Why? Because to know the qiraat and why this qiraat are different and what are the differences in that we have to, have a deep knowledge of that. Because I remember when I first came to Islam, I started learning the Quran, and when I started memorizing the Quran, I read the Quran, from one Qari, and somehow somebody gave me the qiraat where Qari Abdul Basit is reading Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin. I read it. It's a normal, all the 6-7 Qari whom I was listening to them, I thought it is, mashallah, that's a famous and there's a correct one. And then somebody said, mashallah, Qari Abdul Basit is a great scholar and nobody is like him. And when I heard his qiraat, he was reading Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin. So instead of me improving my knowledge and thinking why Maliki and why Maliki, I didn't know, and I didn't have the access to the tafsir because I didn't know Arabic at that time. So I thought that, look, what a big Qari. He cannot be a big Qari, he doesn't know anything about the Quran. Look, he can't even pronounce Maliki correctly, and how come he became the great scholar? He is reading Maliki. So that way, my brothers and sisters, it is my shortcoming. So it is our shortcoming when we are talking about this qiraat. Even those people who are putting this, they, it's not that easy. There's a website which is called islamweb.com, .net. Islamweb, ISLAM WEB.net, islamweb.net. You go to that in Arabic, website, and there is a section about the qiraat. There you will find 20 different qiraat, and I checked all of them. There is no, these guys who are just fooling Muslims and creating the confusions, they will bring all those issues. But alhamdulillah, if they have any issues, wallahi, I openly challenge the Arab Christians, Arab, non-Muslims, if they have any issues with the qiraat of the Quran, call me anywhere in the world, and inshallah I'll discuss with them ayah by ayah, inshallah. And I'll explain to them what this ayah is actually and what they are referring to. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Could the reason for different words being used in some places, because when Jibreel alayhi when revising the Quran yearly, be saying different words because they apply? No. See, definitely Jibreel used to bring those words, different verses, and with different qiraat. It's not Prophet Muhammad, even he can't change it. So Hazrat Jibreel used to bring, and like there's the ayah which is, there's a story of Umar ibn Khattab and one of his companions, his friends, and both of were reading Surah Al-Mulk. So Umar ibn Khattab, when he read Surah Al-Mulk, it was totally different than his partner, his friend. And they both argued with each other. And Umar was a strong guy. He said, "You're reading wrong." And he said, "No, you are reading wrong." He said, "No, you are reading wrong." And he said, "I heard from Rasulullah. He said, "No, I heard the different way." So they both went to Rasulullah, and Prophet told them, "Okay, you read." He read, he listened to him, he heard him. Then he asked Umar, "You read." He read, and he said, "Both of you are correct, because this is how the Jibreel has revealed to me." So alhamdulillah, this is how we have our information, with these people when they have big mouth to talk about, they bring errors in the Quran. They say Quran is changed. They say, Quran speaks about this thing or that thing. They bring so many, errors in the Quran. These people, my first question to them, if they can prove to me through their DNA who is their real father, then I can speak to them about what is the real Quran with them, inshallah. Can one wash clothes and kafan with Zamzam water for barakah? Yes, definitely. Zamzam water has barakah for everything. Zamzam water has got barakah for everything. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, and in Sahih Muslim and Ibn Majah, that you will get whatever with whatever intention you drink. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will inshallah will give you with whatever intention. Bismillah. So my brothers and sisters, mashallah, we have got another 8 minutes to end the show, and I will inshallah send you the link for my Jummah khutbah. It's already there, mashallah. You can see about Zamzam water, and there's a link which I said about the significance of this month of Muharram. Mashallah, listen to that, share it, and mashallah, advise your brothers and sisters. Sit with your children, because it's in a very simple way. I've explained the importance of Muharram. I've also explained the importance of Zamzam water. So inshallah you will know the benefits of that. And Faiz bhai, बराए मेहरबानी प्लीज़ मेरा जो खुतबा है इंग्लिश में, मैंने जमज़म के फ़ज़ाइल और जमज़म की अहमियत का बताया, उसको सुने ज़रूर और लोगों तक भी पहुँचाए इंशाअल्लाह. ये देखिए लिंक भी हमने दे दी है. Okay, alhamdulillah, I thought people was changing the words for qiraat. Sek jazakallah. Nobody can change. Only the magicians, they would try to do that, not the normal person. And magicians are magicians. They already are victim of shaitan, and they are shaitan themselves. They are kafir. So don't worry about that. But still, the Quran that we have, we should be proud of that. Now I'm saying on air, I'm telling you, my brothers and sisters, no book on the face of the earth, no book on the face of the earth, it is as authentic as the Quran, because Quran, the way it was revealed by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu through Jibreel alayhi salam, the way it was conveyed to the Sahaba, every year in Mecca, so in Medina, every year in Medina, Rasulullah would revise the whole Quran, and even before the year he died, he revised the Quran twice, and that has been, mashallah, you tell me any book which is recited 24/7 in today's time is Quran. Quran is the only book which is recited in 24/7 in the whole world, because we are praying 5 daily prayers, and 24/7, if you see the global timing, there will be somewhere in some corner of the world, people are praying the namaz. And our namaz is incomplete without the Quran. And nobody, even if they can be Chinese or Hindi, Indians or Bengali, all of them when they read namaz in Arabic and they read Quran in Arabic. So that shows that this Quran is preserved in its original and the sequence is followed. Whether you go to Morocco, even if they read the Qiraat with different Qiraat, still the sequence will be same. They will read Surah Al-Fatiha, they will read Surah Al-Baqarah, they will read Surah Al Imran, they will read Surah Al-Nisa, they read Surah Al-Ma'idah, they read Surah An'am, they read Surah Al-Araf, they read Surah Al-Anfal, Tawbah, and so on. So this is, they won't change the sequence. So it is, mashallah, agreed. And that's the only book which does not have any change in that compared to other books. Other books, even they may be very great, big religion, and maybe more people are followers of that religion than Muslims of Islam, but still they don't know the author of their books. We know the author of Quran is not Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, is not Jibreel, is Allah. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Lol was that. Jazakallah, that happened to me sometimes as well. Jazakallah khairan, doctor. Very clear explanation of the question about Quran. As you said, the haters of Islam try to spread lies to confuse Muslims who aren't well instructed in their own religion. Why? Because they don't know the original father. It's only mom will say, okay, this is the... So when they are confused about their own, family status, then they have got nothing else to say. In Urdu we say, chemical locha hai dimag ke andar. They have got malfunction of the chemical in their brain. Alhamdulillah. Ji, bilkul Sheikh, Allah aapko jazaay khair de. So my brothers and sisters, alhamdulillah, we have nearly come to the end of this program. MashaAllah, we have got another 3 more minutes. And now I'll again tell you, my brothers and sisters, go to, you can even email me. I will send you the notes of this month of Muharram. What you have to do. Because now the month of Muharram in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, you will be seeing that Sunnis will be fighting with Shias and Shias will be fighting with Sunnis. Sunnis will be, cursing Yazid because Shias cursing Yazid. Sunnis will be doing so many, things which are not in Islam with regards to Hazrat Hussein, with regards to the battle of, Karbala. And all those kind of things, subhanallah, when you go back to Islam, you should know that Islam is brought by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Islam was, and the Muharram was mentioned in the Quran. Muharram is mentioned in a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam lived in Mecca. And people were celebrating, the whole month of Muharram with respect and honor, and they would fast the day, 10th day, which is Ashura. In Mecca, the Arabs used to fast. And in the history, it says Nuh alayhi salam fasted on Ashura. Musa alayhi salam fasted on Ashura. And Rasul sallam fasted in his, Mecca before Islam. And Quraysh used to fast. When Rasul sallam came to Medina, the first 2 years he used to fast the Ashura. Then afterwards, when Ramadan became fard, Rasulullah gave the choice to the Sahaba. But still people were fasting. So my brothers and sisters, we have to go back to the Sunnah of Rasulullah to know the importance of this. So this is a very important issue of our religion. MashaAllah, please go back to the links which I have given to you. It's about the significance of Muharram. It's about significance of Zamzam. Inshallah, next Jummah I'll be talking about the importance of the purification, and that purification will bring nur in our life in this dunya and nur in the akhirah. So that will be my Jummah khutbah. Please, wait for listening to that, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan. Barakallah fiqh. Yes, thank you very much. Excellent khutbah about the month of Muharram. I learned a lot from it. Alhamdulillah, just pray for me, inshallah. Barakallah fikum. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.